Hey, welcome to Sunshine's Conversations with Dragons. Today is August the 29th, 2019. It's Thursday. What's good? I hope that you guys are taking care of yourself, getting your rest on, getting replenished, getting charged up, surrounding yourself with amazing people and people that recharge you and vice versa, right? So, let's get this party started. So I, Sunshine, Shiny Cole, stand before Divine. I ask that my ego be set aside so that I may be a pure channel for this reading. I ask for assistance from my angels, archangels, divine spirit guides, dragons, unicorns, gods, goddesses, and ancestors, and that I may be protected from energies that are not my own. Divine, your presence is always welcome, and I am always grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. What's good, babies? My beautiful sun rays, awesome dragons. We got good stuff going on. School is in full effect, right? We got people wrapping up college and wrapping up high school, and we got babies starting new school for the first time, and you know, everybody on a different part of their beautiful journey, but on the journey nonetheless. So, all right. Always excited to see what messages that we have, what's going to show up for us. Like, what do we need to know, right? So, it's all good. It's all good in the neighborhood. Alright guys, so how's the journaling been going? How's the sleep going? How's the meditation going? How you eating? You getting enough water in? You getting enough sunshine in? You remembering to go outside and get fresh air? Are you surrounding yourself with people with beautiful energy like yourself? You recharging? What's going on? Oh. And we got the shapeshifter again. Okay. Yeah, I know I'll be giggling when certain stuff show up because I'll be like, yeah, okay. It's all good. It's all good. Well, okay. So we're going to start off with the Death card. And I want you to notice, okay, that there's dark all around here, but you see the silhouette of the moon, but you see the divine light around it, right? I mean, you see the moon, you see the divine light around her, right? Like that golden aura. I want you to also notice the green of the growth, right? And the changing. So, and then I want you to see that she's holding and what looks like a orb of a plant, okay? Like she's holding the orb, okay? And this is almost like this is the life force, okay? And then you also see the water, and then you see the earth, air, because there's a bird flying there, okay? Air, earth, water. Okay, so I want you to notice those things. Now, most people get totally freaked out when they see the death card. But what this means is a major change. Okay? So if you think of the death of the old ways, death of the old you, the death of things that no longer serve you, and the rebirth, because you notice she's in white, and you see the light. Her third eye is open. There's no stress on her face. She is not got a worry. It's almost like she is putting healing energy into that life. Now, if you think about this, if you plant something, right, and you nurture it, it grows. So it's like she's putting that life force into that, okay? That healing energy, and then what if you plant it? Now, if a volcano, okay, it comes through and it destroys a whole lot of stuff. But that ash from that volcano makes new growth, and it grows out of it. So it's almost like it's planted. So if you look at that, that's what it reminds me of. And then the growth that's coming out of it, right? The growth that's coming out of it is flourishing. So when you have the great change, right? When you have great change show up, which is what the death card is, the death of the old you, or death of that situation, you have rebirth, and you grow, and you change. So death is great change. And so you have that on the horizon, which is a beautiful thing. Then we got the shapeshifter card, which with this, it talks about letting go of the old, right? Death is changing that old. So letting go of attachments to who you think you are, because that old you is gone, right? It's gone. And now it's asking you, when this card shows up, for you to see the world around you with new eyes, right? Because you're not that person anymore, right? You're not holding on to those situations and those things anymore. When you get this card, it's asking you to be flexible, okay? Be able to look at it with a different perspective. Try different things. Look at something from a different point of view, from somebody else's point of view. You know, sometimes it's very difficult to be able to do that, see that through somebody else's eyes. It's like, you know, when somebody tells you, you know, take a walk in my shoes, you know, before you judge me. Because you never know what that person had to walk through to get where they are. You don't know what struggle they had, or had to have, what chaos they had to come through. But they did, right? They did. So see it through their point of view. Now, if you are focusing on your dreams and what's going on, what you're working on manifesting, and you're not seeing the things that you want to see, you feel like you're stuck, which I talked about yesterday, and I think I probably talked about it the day before. Feeling like I was stuck. If you're feeling like you're stuck, try looking at it in a different view, or look at the situation differently. Because sometimes it's something that we're not seeing, like we're overlooking it, where we think that we've done the obvious, but we haven't. When I write poetry, for instance, you're writing while you're thinking, right? All of that's coming out. You're writing. And then you go back and you read it. You know what you said. And if you read it and you know what you said, you still overlook the words that you didn't write. Because in your mind's eye, you said that. So when you're reading it, you read it the way you thought, right? But for instance, taking that same poem, and you know, when you're first starting to learn how to read and you touch each word so you know what that word is, when you do that, read each one. And I actually had to do this while I was in the process of actually before I sent all my stuff over to get published, when I did that many years ago. Because when you read it, like, you read what you know that you wrote. Your mind knows what you wrote. So you have to go back and read each word and make sure those words are there in that sentence or in that poem or whatever. So go over it with that fine-tooth comb. Go over it with that pointer so that you have looked at it all the way through from that view, and then say, okay, why is that not working? Or what is it that I missed? Because maybe you missed the word. Maybe you missed a term. Maybe you missed the conversation that you had with somebody. You didn't get all of it, and you missed the part where it helped you see from a different view. Okay? And when you remember that when you've pulled this card, it's reminding you that your past, the thing that just changed, that big great change that's coming, that your past is not supposed to equal your future. Okay? It's not supposed to be equal, it's greater. Your present is greater. You have growth. The seed that was planted is a small seed, but it's going to grow and flourish into a flower with leaves, or a plant, or a tree. And know that those things grow bigger, right, than just that little seed. Okay? So if you've planted that seed for your dream, and you have been watering and nurturing yourself and your dream, when that great change comes, to let go of all of that old, all of the painful stretching and things like that, it looks different, because it is different. It's grown, and you don't want to be the same, right? You're not gonna. Divine is not gonna allow you to stay in that same place. When it's time for you to move, it's time for you to move. There's your shift. Okay? So shape shift into what you're supposed to be open to shift into the things that are for you. Okay? Sometimes that means changing the way your belief system. It means changing a lot of different things, and you have to be open to allow for the flow, because our destiny, our life, the things that we are here to do on this journey are so much greater and bigger than we can even imagine. Okay? And there is enough for everyone. Okay? While you are doing this great change and change of perception and shifting into the direction in which you need to, you have the black dragon, which it says cocooned you so that your divine potential grows. Now, I want you to look at the black dragon here, and you see all the black that's going on there. You see that light there? Light, right? The moon is even illuminated. And then I want you to look at what she's holding, right? Does it not look like that? It looks like the growth. She's starting that nurture for it. And it went from being in her hands to being this large, that growth. Okay? So cocooned you so that your divine potential grows. It asks for you to meditate, reflect, and undergo metamorphosis. It's asking you to undergo great change. The death card is big energy, great change. So it's like, wow, how amazing is that to be able to see that? And again, it shows. And then you have the orca whale, which talks about adventure. All about the adventure, what you say. Dare to do things different. Asking for different perspective, right? Sing your wild song. You don't have to be absolutely structured, okay, in the way in which you do things. Maybe the way things were done for so long was the way somebody else did them, and you want to do it different. It's telling you that it's okay to do that. It says manifest your travel dreams. Attempt the great journey with confidence. Well, we clearly on the way, right? Be loyal. Be loyal. Friends and family are your treasures. Be brave. You are more powerful than you know. So while you feel like you're struggling through this, right? Beautiful things show up from the chaos. So while you're going through this great change, know that you are not alone. While you are looking at it in a different view, you are not alone. While you are doing it, you are protected while you are growing and changing, right? And so it's asking you, right, to dare to do something different. So be adventurous with it. Put that thought in your mind if you want to travel. And I laughed about this travel card because I literally was at my meetup yesterday, and we talked in depth about travel. About different places we've been and things we've seen and things that we still want to do. So when I see that card, I was like, yep, adventure. We was talking about the water. So I thought that was I was really tickled by that. I thought it was pretty funny, because it's that gentle reminder, like, while you're doing all of this, you are you're supposed to have fun while you're doing it. Everything is not supposed to be stressful. You are not supposed to be stressing out or worried about all of this stuff while you are growing. The more you laugh, the more you smile, the more you enjoy the things that you are doing, the more the universe is like, let's give them more of that. Let's give them more of that. And when you stress and you worry all the time, you get more of that. So remember that not just being positive all the time, but choosing the words that you say when you talk about the things that you want or the places that you want to go. Remember that there is so much power in your words. Okay? I know that you've heard that expression, you speak life and death with your tongue. So speak life into all that you want to see manifest. All the things you want to see manifest in your life. Okay? Now, I'll remind you that if you're not positive all the time, like some days you're struggling, take that time to journal that too. Okay? Journal that. It's okay to journal that. Write that down. Right? A lot of times it becomes auto writing. You don't even realize all the things that you're struggling with. But then you get to tear it up and burn it because it has no place in your life. And move forward. Okay? Don't get stuck there. I really hope that you enjoyed this absolutely beautiful reading. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you want a personal reading, head over to Conversationswithdragons.com. Oh my gosh, thank you for journeying with me. Thank you for allowing me to journey with you. Until next time, I am sending you love, light, and hugs. Smile. You are loved. And that is such a beautiful thing.